Hello everyone, Shadefyre here, and welcome back to Let's Play Resident Evil with Chris. This is episode 8. So, last time was pretty short and pretty rough because I ran into that room very overconfident that I could handle 4 zombies in a small space, but it turns out they can stun lock you to death very easily in the original Resident Evil. So, we're going to avoid that room until I find some shotgun shells, at which point they will be easy to deal with. But until then, that room is going to be off limits, which thankfully I don't think there's anything essential in there. So, I played back through that whole lab section that we did. I'm not sure if this will actually end up being the last episode, I just don't remember exactly how condensed this lab area is in the original versus remake, which is a little longer. So this might be the last episode, it might be a long one, but if we can fit it all in there. Also, one good thing about me having to go back is that I actually missed picking up the second MO disc, which was next to the boulder, the second boulder in the caves, where the kind of useless map is. Apparently I forgot to grab that out of the little nook, so that was a good thing that I noticed that, because we are going to need that. Alright, so we got the slide projector reel, and we did unlock all the doors, so now we can head up here to the visual data room, where we can use our slide. Alright, an intercom. It does not seem to be operative. Security system. Basement level 1. Helicopter port. Executives and government officials only on helicopter port. This restriction may not apply in case of an accident. I'm not sure why it says government officials. I don't really know how many government officials really come out here. Yeah, obviously the US government was, to some degree, working with the Umbrella Bioweapons Department, and they kind of go back on that in Resident Evil 3 when they decide to nuke the city and cut ties with Umbrella. Passage to the helicopter. No one is allowed to enter unless they are attended by a research consultant or security director. All others will be shot on sight. Elevator. The elevator stops during emergencies. Basement level 2. Visual data room. Visual data room is within the control of Special Research Division. Keith Arving, the room manager, is designated to have jurisdiction over room usage. It's kind of funny that they have just a room manager for this one room. Basement level 3, prison. Sanitation Division controls the usage of the prison. Consultant researchers E. Smith, S. Ross, A. Wesker must be present if virus is used. Triple lock door. No one is allowed to enter unless he presents all passcode documents. Passcode documents must be created on the specialized output machine by the chief researcher of each block. Well, we did see this triple lock door already. That was next to the zombie murder room. Power room. Only headquarters supervisors may enter. This restriction may not apply if the consultant researcher has received special instructions. Passcode output machine. No one is allowed to use the passcode output machine but the chief researchers. Basement level 4. Top secret. Regarding the progress of Tyrant after the use of T-Virus, remaining document is unreadable. Man, what are the chances that one of the key researchers here has the same last name as our wonderful commander? There's a panel. Will you open it? There's a switch. Will you push it? There's a shelf. Will you search it? A screen. So we got the projector here. Let's pop our slide in there. Umbrella Incorporated, Bioweapon Materials. It's weird because it doesn't say ink anywhere on this page. Also, I've always wondered, why does the Umbrella logo have an italic U and 2 italic L's, and that's it? There doesn't seem to be any significance to that. MA-39 Cerberus. FI-3 Neptune. MA-121 Hunter. T-002 Tyrant. Bioweapon Research Institute R&D staff. Wait, are you saying that Captain Wesker has an identical brother that works here at Umbrella whose name also starts with A? What a coincidence. Unfamiliar physics symbols are written here. I don't understand physics. Got the laboratory key here. Let's see. I believe there is a button in here of significance. I can't remember where it is. There should be a button to turn off the lights, but I could be wrong. Because there is a blank slide here. Alright, well, I'm actually remembering what I need, and it's another item that we don't have yet. This light over here was confusing me. You notice that yawn does not show up on those slides because yawn was actually an unintentional infection and not an intentionally created bioweapon. It just happened to get really big, and then they couldn't capture it. Somehow they could not find the giant fucking snake somewhere in the mansion. Alright, so I'm pretty convinced that zombies do just respawn in this room. Alright, so there's the murder hall, there's the triple locked door, so we can't go in either of those yet. So I guess we'll just go in here. So yeah, we're mostly just going to avoid these zombies unless they get in the way. They're pretty easy to avoid though, except for over around this corner. It's locked from inside. Okay. So this leads to the whole other half of this floor. You have used the laboratory key. This key is useless now. Throw it on the floor, Chris. I imagine that's what he does, right? Every time he decides the key is no longer useful, he just drops it right at his feet, like, I don't need this. Alright, well, we can blast these zombies, because, again, we've got plenty of pistol ammo, so we don't need to worry about running out. But I do hope we find some shotgun shells. We got a red herb, which I'm not even going to bother with because we've got so much healing. There's some shotgun shells. I've got, like, what, 6 full heals in my inventory, so we definitely don't need that. Let's see, we got a button on the floor. Poison gas is escaping. Okay, I don't remember this, but I can see what we need to do. Obviously, we have this, which we need to get into that vent up there, but putting it onto the button releases the gas, so we gotta cover the gas vents with these 2 crates. But it is gonna be a puzzle, because they are... Well, I was gonna say, they all have to be pushed in a certain order, but I think I figured that order out already. I think that should be covered. Okay, so... I'm thinking next we want to... I think we're going to need to switch the crate and the stairs position so that we can move it down first. So we do that. I actually hope we find a little bit more shotgun ammo because we're going to need it down here. There may not be any hunters in the lab, but there is something else. If not, we'll just use the magnum, because there are more magnum rounds than we need. And again, I'd rather not finish the game with a bunch of extra magnum ammo lying around. This just seems wasteful. Okay, we're going to need to push this over a little bit more to make room for the stairs. So let's just shove this over a block. And now we just do the same procedure with the stairs that we did with the crate. Push it over here so we can push it down, and I think it should fit. If it doesn't fit, that could be a problem. Well, I guess if it doesn't fit, we can just push the crate. No, that looks like enough space. And nothing happened. Okay. So we did that. What's over here? Instruments for operation. Some are bloodstained. They don't have very good hygiene here in this semi-hospital. Alright, well, before we go through there, let's take a look around. I believe there's actually another save room right here. Oh, hey, buddy. Because we didn't actually find the proper save room last time. We only found the item box. And only now did I realize that there is a retarget button. So, you know, if it snaps onto one enemy and you want to switch, there is actually a button for that. Okay, he's done. I think this is the save room. I'm pretty sure I remember this hall. Yeah, okay. Got even more herbs. Don't need those. I think this is more ink ribbons. Nope, magnum rounds. I'll take that over ink ribbons. I was gonna say, we've already got more ink ribbons than I'll need for the rest of the game, because, you know, we've got 7 more. So yeah, I really don't understand how people could say, oh, there's just not enough saving available in the game. I hate having limited saves. Like, unless you're someone who constantly saves. I mean, I'm saying this, and obviously last time, not saving bit me in the ass when I got repeatedly bit in the ass by zombies. So, there's not a complete negative side to saving a lot. Okay, so we got a bunch of magnum ammo. We got 36 rounds? Yeah. So we're definitely going to be using some of that to clear out the lab. But I think maybe we'll use the shotgun to also clear out the lab before we go deeper in. Just while I remember, because I think there's just some items, possibly some ammo in that room. Okay, not going that way. One zombie, center of the hall. That's usually easy to get by, and just... Never mind. This could go badly. Chris. Son of a bitch. Alright. Thankfully, I could actually save myself that time. There wasn't 4 of them. Alright, that put me in orange caution. I didn't see that zombie. He was directly in front of where Chris was. Okay, so get him over here. Or he starts to turn, whatever. That works too. Now you might think, why are you going to go into this room with orange caution? Bitch, I got a shotgun. Overconfidence is back to full levels. Kind of wasteful to do it that way. Alright, so that was definitely a waste of shotgun shells, but we didn't have another option for this room. I guess I could have cleaned them up with a pistol after I got the first 2. Most of them are fiction books. Ah, so this is why we needed this room. Yeah, this is one of the password places where we need to stick a Mo disc. Cardboard and posters. Nothing useful. That's literally the only thing in here, isn't it? What about this box? This box looks like it might have something in it. Oh, there's a piece of paper here. Facts. The General Manager of Sanitation Division from Special Committee on Disasters Raccoon Special Research Department. That is a really long name. This memorandum is strictly confidential and must be destroyed as soon as it is understood. I guess they didn't understand it yet, so that's why they just left it here. Regarding the T-virus outbreak, which occurred recently, this committee conducted a field survey. According to the survey results, estimates on the amount of damage caused by the accident are considerably greater than reported earlier. First, although it is very difficult to obtain accurate data in terms of actual numbers, it is thought that more than half of the researchers died after exposure to the T-virus. The body count will most likely increase since nearly all of the survivors show symptoms peculiar to the T-virus. Second, our security system is still in operation. However, our special security guard squad has been nearly destroyed. Because of that, research information considered by our company to be top secret has been made available to outsiders. Countermeasures should be taken as soon as possible. Finally, many of the subjects from the experiment have escaped and are out of control. We believe that some researchers were killed by these subjects and their bodies were mutilated. By curious coincidence, these events are proof of the success of our research. However, there is also a very high risk that this news may be leaked to the press if we don't act immediately. The condition is very serious. Our operation to cover up the situation is difficult to attain. Wait, difficult to attain? However, we hope the problem will be solved quickly. We are especially concerned that the state police and S.T.A.R.S are intervening too quickly. We need to act on this situation as well. Alright, so... again, we're gonna have to put the disc in, so let's just quickly go back and grab one. Let's snack on a herb on the way. Just chew that whole thing down, Chris. Thankfully, the MO discs are universal, so you don't need a specific one for a specific password machine. We just have to make sure to use all of these before we get too far in. Passcode 01. I swear by myself, declares the Lord, that because you have done this, and have not withheld your son, your only son... I guess we'll have to put them in order. Okay, so we got that little detour out of the way, now we can go back to the new area. Okay, these two guys, let's get them over into this corner. Oh, they used to respawn too? I didn't realize. Well, that means it's not worth killing most of them. So I think they only respawn if you go to a different hallway and not if I go in one of these rooms. Alright, so let's stick the shotgun back in because we won't need it right now. Let's maybe take the magnum. No extra ammo, just in case. We'll take the magnum. I just completely unequipped my gun. Alright, you know, I should probably save here. Just in case. Just so I don't have to replay a third time. It's not like I'm going for a good rating, so I'm not trying to minimize the number of saves. And also, I don't remember if the original Resident Evil had ratings. I don't think it did. I love how close he is to the camera when you come out of there. Alright, so this is the elevator. There's no reaction. It has no power. There's a switch. Will you push it? There's no reaction. It has no power. Alright. I think this door might be locked too. No? Right, this is the power room, and there are new enemies in here, which I did not remember being in here. I don't think they are at the start in Remake. I think they show up later. But I thought their introduction was a little more subtle than that. Oh, really? This resets? God damn it. I thought if I finished it, it would lock in. I guess that also means that you can't just push them into place and, oops, I stepped on the gas, let me just continue the puzzle. Actually, that seems fine like it is. Do some multi-pushing here. Speed run the puzzle. Okay, I can actually apparently do it like this. I just didn't want to go through there because I was expecting those chimeras that we saw in the power room to first show up in this area. But I guess there's less build-up to their appearance in this than the remake. Okay, I think that might be a little too tight. mean, it doesn't matter if I step on the button now, because the sprayers are already covered. Let's see, will it fit? I think it'll fit. I can't tell if I'm just... Nope. I guess it won't fit. There we go. Just didn't have the perspective quite right. Let's just climb into this air shaft. Okay, nothing in here of dangerous fright. Wow, they give you a lot of magnum ammo. Remake is much stingier with magnum ammo. A corpse is laid here. Okay, this leads back out into there, so let's unlock that. Is there anything else in here? There's another MO disc. This place seems to be a morgue. I should have grabbed one of the MO discs, actually. Just so I could use it if we ran into another one of those, but it's just a quick little dash through here, as long as the zombie's not in the way. So yeah, I wanted to grab the magnum for using against the Chimeras, because it'll kill them in probably one shot, maybe two if I get unlucky. Just don't know if I want to carry around both of these. Might be worth depositing the handgun, but if I do, I'm going to have to waste some ammo on zombies. Whatever, we'll just carry all of this with us for a moment. And we don't have to do the boxes again. Alright. I will surely bless you and make your descendants as numerous as the stars in the sky and as the sand on the seashore. Your descendants will take possession of the cities of their enemies. Genesis 22:17. People do love using Genesis for puzzles, apparently. I mean, that was one of the keys in Moons of Madness, wasn't it? Okay. Now we can go in here, switch over to the high power. Give these bastards a little bit of the bang-bang. Up, one shot was all it took. A power panel. Some areas do not have power. Are you just gonna hang out there? So these guys are actually a little bit less dangerous than hunters. They don't have the same kind of instant kill potential and, you know, rapid dodges. He's just waiting for me around that corner and I can't just shoot him through the railing. So I think we're just going to sprint past, spin around, and then shoot him. Okay, never mind, he's faster than I thought. And when you blast them, maggots come out, because these are a human-fly hybrid. Their origin is actually kind of grim, because apparently they were created as embryos and then forcefully implanted into kidnapped, homeless women. I don't know why that detail had to be, like, written out, but apparently it is written out in the lore. Okay, so we turn the power on. Now, where is that door? I find this room kind of confusing. You know, I believe there actually is an MO disc slot in here. So let's take a little detour back here, grab the last one, which I should have done, as I was just saying when we grabbed the other one. but I cannot remember where they were. Also, in the remake, those machines that we're putting the MO discs into are changed to GameCubes. Also, since we're yellow here. Okay. This guy's getting a lot of screen time. Thankfully, I don't believe the Chimeras respawn. Okay, so we've got a dead end straight ahead and a path going off to the side. One of them's coming from far away. Passcode 03. And through your offspring, all nations on Earth will be blessed, because you have obeyed me. Oh, you little shit. I don't know why Chris aimed, like, off to the side instead of straight ahead. There's one directly in front of me, but it will not come around the corner. They're kind of clever. Sometimes. Again, he, like, snaps off to the side of them for some reason. Alright, so now that we've cleared the way, we don't want to go into this room just yet. Because now that we have all 3 passwords, we want to go back and unlock that door. It's kind of important. If we want to get the good ending, which is the entire reason those discs exist. They're, you know, optional. And if you're gonna go for like a faster completion, then you're obviously not going to do that because, oh jeez, this is what I meant about the magnum. Quickly before the other one grabs me. And like all of the later games, this game does have a reason to complete it quickly, the unlimited rocket launcher, which became a staple of the series afterwards. Alright. What do we got back here?
Chris!
Jill!
Chris, Wesker, he is...
I know. Shoot, it doesn't open. Look, Jill, wait here. I'll save you.
Okay, I'll wait.
So, Jill has been locked in here since the start of the game. I don't really know how Wesker, like, brought her all the way here unwillingly from, you know, the mansion entryway, because presumably he disarmed her and then, like, brought her here at gunpoint. Though, because he works here, he does have other ways to access the lab than what we used, which is why he didn't have to solve any puzzles. Also, I think that, based on that facts, when the mansion is in normal operation, all of the traps would not be active. I think those are only there because the security system was tripped. I'm just shooting these guys out of the way. We don't need to save on handgun ammo. Alright, so now that we talked to Jill, we can go and activate the thing that will let her out. I don't think we actually had to go talk to her first. I don't think it's like an essential progress step, but it is a good thing to do. Alright, let's go back to the Magnum in case there's another Chimera in here. Yeah, so I guess they really don't have any fanfare for those enemies in the original game. They make kind of a bigger deal out of them in Remake. And they do look pretty creepy in their redesign. So we've got this large, very loud machine in here. It's a triggering system activator. It's quite big. Yeah, you don't say. I'm not sure if this is what powers the entire lab, or if this is just the system. The power for the elevator is activated as the power supply and the circuit have been connected. Alright, now we can take the elevator and get out of here. Once we find out what's at the bottom floor. Alright. Zombie is not here. Zombie, where have you gone? So, this is where I am going to ditch the handgun. Snag the shotgun, and, well, let's top up our health again. And then let's grab a mixed herb, which we have not used a single one of those in the whole game, have we? Maybe one. I think I used one just to fill up early on. Okay, and now we are going to make another mid-episode save. Hopefully it's not been like 40 minutes already, but we're almost done. I think we can squeeze this into a long episode. Alright. Now let's go find out what's below. There's no reaction. Oh, because we have to press the button.
Chris!
Oh, hey, Rebecca. How did you find your way here through the caves and everything?
Rebecca, you're safe.
I saw you in the garden. I've caught up with you at last.
Well, I'm glad you're all right. Don't go out alone.
Yes, sir.
I mean, like, I was gonna leave you behind. But, you know, don't go out alone.
Chris, as my subordinate, you have wonderful talent.
I would never work for a company like Umbrella. And Wesker, you were formerly with Umbrella.
What do you mean?
Since when have you been an Umbrella agent? And a traitor to the S.T.A.R.S?
Now you're wrong. I was formerly with Umbrella, yes. But now I'm prepared to face anything. Even getting rid of you vigilante S.T.A.R.S.
How are they vigilante S.T.A.R.S?
This situation has occurred. The failure of the experiment created a virus, a biological weapon, polluting the entire lab.
No, the worst happened with the Tyrant virus. I lost some of my S.T.A.R.S team members because of it.
You killed them with your own hands. Did you kill Enrico?
Really?
Yeah, like this.
Really? Oh, man. Oh, no, Rebecca. If only you had, like, a gun or something.
Do. I'll kill you. Chris, I have something to show you. Now, walk.
Zip. He looks a little more blonde here, but it's still pretty dark. This is a great cutscene. This one I have seen. Look at it, Chris. I made it myself. Don't you like it?
This?
That's right. This is the ultimate life form. Tyrant! Chris? Stop it.
Stop it.
Wesker, you're pitiful.
Chris, you're hurting my feelings.
This is your savior? You say this failure is your savior?
You can make sure yourself whether Tyrant is a failure or not.
Wesker's foot was disappearing there. I don't know why. There it goes again. There's a chunk of it missing. It looks like he just doesn't have a lower jaw there. Like, he's just got the top of his teeth coming out of his chest. Or it's just because he's not extending his neck. Say hello to my big friend.
Go to hell. She'll join you too.
What?
Don't come this way! No!
I don't take orders from you. Oh, Wesker, your hubris was the end of you. And totally not just some weird plan you had to come back to life as a superhuman.
Can't kill me.
I won't allow it. Oh god, I'm stuck in the corner. So this is the Tyrant. This is why we brought the Magnum. Oh, what's over here? Shiny thing. That's the worst shiny thing you could have offered me. Where is this Tyranitar? There he is. He's got like tubes coming out of his back. So he's pretty slow. Again, what is with that weird snap? It's only like when they're behind you, he like half turns and doesn't turn all the way. Maybe I'm just pressing fire too quickly. Well, ultimate weapon my ass. Was it 4 bullets? Well, one of them missed. I fired one of them into a wall. What a miserable death for a miserable man. It looks like the control device for this room. Found a door lock switch. Unlock the door? Alright, let's go bury Rebecca. I was fairly certain there were shotgun shells in that room.
Wow.
Wow, you're not dead.
Seems like this bulletproof jacket is pretty strong.
I see.
How about Captain Wesker?
He is sleeping with the ultimate failure. Hurry up. I want to get out of here.
And then he just runs away and leaves her there. I like the idea that she's very clearly wearing her, like, medic Kevlar, and Wesker just shot her in the chest with it.
Excuse me, Chris.
What, Rebecca?
I saw a research file in this lab. It said that a great deal of research on the Tyrant virus exists right here. We should blow this place up.
We are already into it over our heads. Rebecca, can you do it?
Yes, sir. I'll set off a triggering system for a bomb.
Okay. Now we have a chance to escape. See you outside the house.
You go do the work. I'll just, wait. What you didn't know about Rebecca is that she apparently loves blowing shit up. You know, she's a medic, but also a chemist, and that means she knows how to make bombs. So she's very into blowing shit up. Alright. I don't know where I'm supposed to go now. I think we just go talk to Jill. Oh, that's a Chimera. Is there only one in here? So we couldn't let Jill out because that door only unlocks in an emergency, or the emergency unlocks all doors, even the ones they don't want people to get out of. I guess this is the prison? We didn't really see a prison otherwise.
Jill, sorry for making you wait.
Chris!
Chris, I've been so bored in here.
I could trust you.
Let's go. There's no need to stay.
Chris, I knew you weren't the S.T.A.R.S traitor. Because Wesker was the traitor and he brought me here, so I already knew, but I could trust you anyway. Alright, Jill, let's go. Did he unequip his gun for that cutscene?
Let's get going.
The triggering system has now been activated.
Chris, hurry the hell up.
All researchers and guards should take cover immediately. Unlock.
Thankfully, we don't actually have to escort Jill. Oh, zombies.
The triggering system.
Guess we'll use our shotgun shells on them. I don't remember zombies spawning here.
All researchers and guards should take
Right, they can't grab me near stairs. Apparently the reason for that is just so that they don't, like, weirdly animate if they push you up against the stairs or whatever.
The triggering system has now been activated. All
Let's get going.
and guards should take cover in
Where's Rebecca? And where's Barry? Unfortunately, there is no way to save Barry in Chris's campaign. And that's something they didn't actually change in Remake. Even though canonically all of them survive, there's just no way to save all 4 S.T.A.R.S members in one run, because one of them will just not appear, either Rebecca or Barry. Okay, so I'm thinking,
The triggering system has now been activated. All and guards
actually,
take cover immediately. Unlock.
we might not have room for this. I think we do, actually. Sorry, I was thinking of something from Remake that I don't think applies here.
System has now been activated. All researchers and guards should take cover immediately.
So now this door is unlocked. It's another one that only unlocks in an emergency.
The triggering system has now been activated.
This is Brad.
All
I have a
researchers
full
and
screen.
guards should
Okay,
take cover
this is the
immediately.
last try. If somebody's
Unlock
alive,
all rooms for
please
evacuation.
send us something.
It's another place where I'm gonna have to add subtitles because it's so light. Thankfully, I did find the script, so it's easy to do that.
Researchers
Oh,
and guards
need this.
take cover immediately. Unlock all
Yeah, so they make sure that you have one empty slot here because you need that empty slot.
triggering
There is 3 minutes until explosion.
All researchers
I made it! I set off the triggering system to the bomb!
Great! Rebecca, Brad's up in the helicopter.
She really did sound very psyched about the explosion.
Look at those monsters!
Take care of them. And guards.
Chris, get in contact with Brad right away.
Okay.
Unlock all rooms for evacuation.
Chris, I haven't gotten to shoot anything for this entire game. Let me at him.
The triggering system has now been activated.
2.5 minutes, huh?
And guards.
Not a lot of time. Usually these self-destructs are very generous.
Unlock all rooms for evacuation.
Alright, so we take this weird little self-launching flare. You know, they have flare guns for this, but they're like, nah, let's just make a flare that launches itself. You don't even need to put it in anything. Now we just walk out here onto the helipad. Pop this sucker down. Which is, again, the reason that they make you pick up that battery so that you have one empty slot for the flare. Because otherwise you'd be shit out of luck coming up here. Any day now, Brad. Chris, you're in the way. I gotta land there. But of course, the ultimate failure isn't done just yet. He's very offended about what Chris said about him. Alright, so this is Tyrant, version 2. He's gonna take a little bit more than 3 bullets. So, the easiest way to not get stabbed by him, because, oh, I'm surprised how little damage that did. You want to stay on his non-claw side, because he actually doesn't have, like, a swing on that side. So he'll charge you, and then you just have to, oh, well. That was actually a wider swing than I expected. Wow.
Use it! Destroy the monsters with it!
Already? That was not nearly... Look how many magnum rounds I have left. Like, I was using them pretty liberally in the lab, and we still have so many. So, I guess we just have one of these in every helicopter. One shot can destroy any target, except Nemesis, apparently, in the 3 make. I love that face he was making off to the side. They're not getting one shot. So I don't know if he can do it in the original, but in Remake, if you try to fire directly at him, sometimes he will actually deflect the rocket with his claws. He'll, like, swipe him to the side. I don't know if that's a difficulty thing, or just a random chance. It's pretty cool when it happens, though. And then Brad turned out to be too low on fuel to actually rescue us. Wow, what an explosion. So yes, this is the only other time you get to see live action versions of these characters. I guess Jill's pretty worn out from sitting in that room for 5 hours. Alright, well, that is the end of Resident Evil, once again. Also, why do all these characters just have one... Yeah, they have first names for all of their voice actors, and that's it. But yeah, so it wasn't dramatically different from the original run-through I did of Jill's, but I still wanted to get it done because, you know, I'm a big fan of Resident Evil, and it seemed like just a spot that I should fill out. And it wasn't actually that difficult. I actually expected to have a bit more trouble, but it's a fair bit easier than playing as Chris in Remake. Not that Remake is super, super hard, but... Again, some of the mechanics they added in that, specifically the Crimson Heads, make it very difficult. There's a thing that could have happened with Rebecca. Because if you don't take her with you, she doesn't automatically die, but there is a point where she gets attacked by a hunter, and you have to, you know, find the room that she's in before she gets decapitated. I like that this, like, credit scene is mostly just Chris dying. Like, they're mostly just showing death animations. But yeah, that was fun. I was glad to run back through that, and it's a classic, you know? As much as we like to make fun of the goofy voice acting, I still think it's a great game. It's not like a so bad it's good or anything, it is just a good game. You know, it started, or... Maybe it didn't start, because obviously that point gets argued a lot on who started survival horror, but it popularized survival horror, you know, it really made the genre solidify and take off, and kind of became a golden age for that genre until about halfway through the PS2's life cycle. There were definitely some stinkers. Actually, quite a few. Stuff like Carrier and Deep Fear. And, what was the vampire one? Countdown Vampires? That's a game I'm going to be doing a first impressions on soon. I know that James Rolfe did a Angry Video Game Nerd on it recently, but I have not watched it yet because I wanted to take a look at it myself first before I checked it out. So, 3 hours, 50 minutes. Not bad. I think that's actually short enough to get the rocket launcher. What a tough guy. You closed this case completely. Maybe not. I thought it was under 4 hours, but it might be just under an hour and a half. We got the closet key, so now we can change costumes. I don't think there's any really super interesting costumes in this one. Every version of Resident Evil, including like Director's Cut and the Saturn port. And, oh, actually, no, this is the PC version, so this has its own costumes. Never mind. I was going to say, each version of this game has different costumes. And I didn't realize, but that red version of Rebecca's costume that I was using in my playthrough of Resident Evil 0 HD, that actually is in this game as the original, like, unlockable costume. So that's what that was. It was a callback to that, and not just a recolor. Alright, so thank you for joining me for Resident Evil.
Resident Evil.
I think it was a good time, and I was glad to go through it. I'm just curious what happens if I load this. Yeah, okay, it just dumps me back in.
I don't know what happened.
Anyhow,
Barry, where's
thanks for joining me. We will be doing more Resident Evil
Well,
shortly.
I'm sorry.
I'm not
but
sure
he's
exactly
probably-
which one. I'm kind of juggling a few, but,
No.
you know, Remake is not far off, and I think I'm going to do
What is
Resident
that?
Evil Survivor
and
as
check.
well, just to close
Okay,
out
Jill and I
the
will stay in the hall in
PS1
case
Resident
of an
Evil
emergency.
games. And then I would like to do either Dead Aim or Code Veronica
Chris?
not long after. So
Take
expect
care.
a good bevy of Resident Evil leading up to Resident Evil 8's release next year. Until next time, thanks for joining me. I hope you had a good time with Chris and Rebecca, and I hope I'll see you again. Take care, folks.